Upon discovering that your desires conflict with the world around you, the immediacy for retaliation is both primal and innate, of natural subsequence to cognitive self-awareness. First, you realize that you, whatever this you may be, is at very least separate from other things, and that these other things, whether moving or unmoving, inanimate or of independent cognizance, will at some point stand in opposition to your motion, will, desires, and/or set commitment to action. The instinct for war precedes those for peaceful resolve amidst such conflicts, and though the latter instinct must accrue in time for the purposes of self-preservation, the initial response is seldom, if ever, present. Existence sees its motion, thrusting through a foreign world of separate things, of apparent spatial distances. Existence itself, or rather to exist, is to be hurled unto trafficking impetuses of designs incongruent to one's own. Conflict, though inevitable, proves that the only obligation of the self is to the self. This is basic physiology, biology, and chemistry, much in the same way the body is programmed to repair its wounds without your consent, as well as exhibiting the dire, though unconscious acts of breathing air or pumping blood. There are natural biological forces within us that evidence a loyalty to our remote individual selves, and none to any outside of us. Once we've learned to self-domesticate our animal drives, to a more harmonious relation with others of perceived similar categorization, the conflicts do not dissipate, but simply refine to more detailed abstractions, in the process maturing our intellects for more complex adversary. And thus begins the war against reason. The first war comes with the maturation of identity, seeking to absolve itself and ultimately repudiate, as some evolutionary rite of passage, the security of our parentages. The birth of the intellect is squeezed from the womb of posterity onto the experiential understanding that every man is an island unto himself, and was born, shall live, and must die accordingly. When the once feared birches of our corporal punishments have lost their influence to intimidate us in adulthood, newer idealistic wars are waged. If emboldened by the conviction to spurn the humans who spawned you, what loyalties could we presume to other humans, strangers of which we've no connection at all? Naturally come battles toward the collectivist institutions of man, his culture, and the self-sustaining axiomatic social rituals that keep such institutions in operation. The second revolt then seems pure in its condemnation of worldliness, and this is the seed to reap self-righteous vigor for supernal pursuits of divine, the godlike, and other fallacy, culminating in the conscience, a new obstacle of contention introduced to us by us via the negligence of our own natural and primary selfishness. There are no cosmic laws, empirically speaking, and to the extent that our current consciousness allows, that demands our subjugation before the environment, community, families, etc. There is no law of nature that seeks to enforce such provisions, as we are, as individuals, born free from the indoctrinations of collectivist thought and the responsibilities expected as such. The egoist, thence, must return to that so long assailable path of uncompromising youth and rail with vociferous insurgency the cry of things primordial. But first, what is this thing, life?